Boys and girls, it's finally Monster Hunter Wilds time with less than 24 hours until the game releases. And in this video today, I felt like I'm going to put a video just to talk about opinions, expectations, and so on. As we get closer to the time to play, after we actually play, you're going to see some people's opinions online that you may not like, or maybe you do like, and maybe that might make you feel a certain way about the game or about other people, about yourself. The reason I'm bringing this up is back when Monster Hunter Rise came out, that was my first game that I did cover footage for Monster Hunter. I covered a lot of stuff. We went through the trailers, we went through all of the hype over the year or so, less than a year, I think it was like 7 months before the game came out. And when I played the game, I saw comments of people saying, it's too easy. What do you think, Nova? Is it too easy? Or other people just saying stuff about they're not liking the wire bug, they're not liking Rampage. We saw also a lot of YouTubers who also felt the same sentiment, and a lot of people highlighted themselves in the way they felt for the game. They didn't like the game. Not everyone. Obviously, there's a big portion of the fan base who love Rise, but there's also a big portion of the fan base who don't love Rise. And I won't lie, there were times when it was hard for me to be excited and to make content around the game when it felt like there was so much negativity around the game itself when it came to the fan base. But even if that happens, your personal opinions are your opinions and theirs are theirs. Let's try to separate how you feel from how they feel. Try not to let those people and how they feel influence how you feel. Even for me, if there's something I say that this isn't good, or maybe it's something I love and something that you don't love, we don't need to love the same thing. You don't need to love the same thing as someone else. We can all have our own individual likes and dislikes, loves and hates. Throughout the last couple of months on this channel, that was some of the messaging I was trying to show to you guys and give to you guys out there, that we're not all the same. We're not all the same person. We're similar, but we have different interests, different likes, and so on. So when it comes down to it, how you feel about the game, that's your truth. How you feel personally is your truth. Don't let anyone else's truth influence your truth, all right? Yes, you can have debates, you can talk, you can listen. You can try to understand someone else's point of view. But if that isn't your point of view, you don't have to make their point of view your point of view. All right? Your point of view is your point of view. If you're enjoying the heck out of the game when it comes out, if you're having so much fun, have that fun. Keep on to that fun. Don't worry about the guy who's saying he's not liking the game, he's not buying the game, he hates the game, too easy. Like, if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. All right? We're individuals, we all have a right how we feel, and it's the same thing, guys. If you feel that way, if you don't like certain things, if you think it's too easy and so on, you have a right to feel that way. 100% you have a right to feel that way. You don't have to be forced to feel the same way as someone else, all right? Ideally, most of us are adults here, or at least grown enough to understand that people have differences, and we need to accept those differences, because in the end, that just makes things a bit easier to get along. Honestly, it does, rather than being at each other's necks about what we like and what we don't like and the differences between us, right? So coming up to this game, we're almost here now. If there's any complaints you have about any parts of the game or anything like that, you can share it with me. You can drop me a comment. You can message me on Discord or Twitter or whatever you guys want to do. If there's something you love and you want to share it with me, you can do the same. Discord, Twitter, drop me a message in this video, in any video, all right? Because I think people need a platform. They need a platform to say what they love, and they also need a platform to say what they hate. The difference is, if you're going to say what you hate, just don't be a dick to other people. That's the thing. You can have your dislikes, you can have your hates. Just don't be a dick to someone else. Don't attack their love because of your hate. I mean, you can debate, you can talk and say, yo, I think this about this, and you can talk about it. You can have a civil conversation, a discussion. Ideally, that is where it should be. But anything above that, name calling, attacking, I don't accept that. All right? Let's try to keep it level. Let's try to be civil about the situation. And it also goes the other way, guys. Just because someone doesn't like something about a certain part of a piece of media or anything, doesn't mean they hate everything. And it also doesn't mean they're your enemy. It doesn't mean that. We don't need to treat people like they're enemies just because they have a different opinion, right? Or maybe they dislike something that we love. And what I would say is try not to feel as if someone's dislike or hate for something is a personal attack on you, because it shouldn't be seen that way. Even though we're in the hype process, we wouldn't be hyped. Someone's opinion, it's not about you. Yes, we enjoy the games, we enjoy the series, but it can be someone else's point of view. It will be their opinion on the topic. And that opinion is on the game itself. The criticism is on the game itself. It's on the criticism on Monster Hunter. It's not a criticism on you. It's not a criticism on how you feel about the product. And one last time, other way around. Someone loving something, it's not a stain for someone who doesn't like it. It doesn't mean that person who doesn't like it is wrong, or the person who doesn't like it doesn't need to feel like the person who loves it is going against their rhetoric, is going against their ideals, because that's lame. That line of thinking has always been lame to me, all right? People can think how they feel. as long as we're not attacking, trying to hate each other. We can have a bigger discussion when it comes to Monster Hunter from back in the past to Monster Hunter now to Monster Hunter in the future. We can have a bigger discussion in that later on. But for now, I wanted to leave this message to say, guys, if you're hyped, have hype, enjoy yourselves, have fun, do you. I'm gonna have fun. And for the people who don't, I'm sorry you're not having fun. If you do watch this video later, and if you're watching it now, I'm sorry that you might be disappointed about certain stuff. Hopefully that changes as you play the game. And if you don't think it is, I'm going to be streaming. You can watch me and I'll give you my fair opinions. I'm always going to give my fair opinions. And when I give those fair opinions, I'm going to be honest, like 100%. If there's something I don't like, I'm going to say it. I'm going to be some points brutally honest. And if there's something I love, I'm going to be brutally honest there too. I'm going to highlight many factors of things I enjoy and don't enjoy of the game. I did one for Monster Hunter Rise. It did take me a couple months to do one for Monster Hunter Rise because I really wanted to encapsulate how I feel overall around the situation. And even though in that situation I loved the game, I was still able to give it a lot of criticism its way for what it did wrong, but also highlight what it did right. Because I think that's the fairest way to do a review. You can't just talk about the things that you don't like. You also have to talk about the things that you do like, and vice versa, because it's a review. You need to cover the whole thing. Now, in my review, there are things I'm going to highlight specifically for me, and I'm going to try to make it very clear in the video because personally, the two things I care about most is gameplay and the monsters. The monsters are a part of the gameplay, of course. Hence why my favorite game is Monster Hunter GU, because it's all about the monsters and the gameplay. That's literally it. So going on from there, I think we're probably going to have two scores. One personal score of how I feel for how much it makes me excited, how much it makes me feel welcomed and loving the game. And then another one, which might be a bit broader, of analyzing how the game feels as a whole, from story, from the atmosphere, from all the other aspects that don't personally mean as much to me from what I want from games and what I want from Monster Hunter specifically. So yeah, that's how we'll deal with it. I'm gonna have 3 different reviews. I'm gonna have a review of low rank, I'm gonna have a review of high rank, and then we're gonna have an overall review of the whole game before the title update, all right? Because obviously the title update wouldn't have been out for the base game. I'm quite traditional when it comes to reviewing. I review the product as it comes. And yes, if they want to add stuff after, which they already announced, which is cool, we get another monster alongside Mizu. If you want to check that video, check it down in the description down below. But the title update process, that segment of the game, that will be rated differently from the base game for me. All right, so if you're interested in that, stick tuned, because that will come in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, guys. Well, that's pretty much me. Let me know what you think down below about this video. I know this is quite a different one than what you're used to, but yeah, I just wanted to highlight the fact that, yeah, there's going to be people with different opinions out there than yourself. And ideally, we're all civil about that fact, and we can take the enjoyment we have without worrying about the other parts. And I'm just hoping that if there is a large negativity after the game or during the game or wherever from the community, people who are enjoying the game, they should be able to enjoy it, keep enjoying it. And the people who aren't, you should also have a forum to explain what you like and what you don't like too. And on this channel, you will always have that, because this channel is about debating as well as analysis, discussions, gameplay, and having fun. That's what the channel's about, and we're going to keep on that, and it's going to keep on going that way. All right, it doesn't matter how big I get or what company wants to come my way and help me out in any ways. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for today. Monster Hunter Wilds coming soon. Gonna be exciting. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.